Welcome back to Streamline Investigations. This will also go out on Streamline Entertainment, people, because obviously the Daily Mail reporter that went out there was pretty shook up. And obviously it seems like the Gran Josie is basically kicking off. Let's get straight into this.
Out! You are trespassing! Get out!
I'm so sorry.
Get out! Are you deaf?
Okay. I was leaving.
Get out!
I was leaving.
Shut your face and get out!
Wow. Extremely
it's a long,
aggressive.
barren road out to the Murray's property, but we're just about here. This is always hard to have these conversations with families in such tragic circumstances. But here we go. My name is Jonica Bray and I'm a senior reporter at the Daily Mail. I'm currently in Junta, South Australia, where I have been covering the case of Gus Lamont, the missing 4-year-old. It's been over a month since Gus disappeared at his grandparents' remote property with no sign of the little boy. I've travelled deep into the South Australian outback to try to speak to the Murray family to hear their side of the story firsthand. But what unfolded when I arrived was something I could never have expected.
Get out! Are you deaf?
Within minutes, I found myself staring down a shotgun. Here's what we know about that fateful day more than a month ago when Gus went missing. Gus was playing on a pile of dirt outside the property that afternoon. Grandmother Shannon discovered Gus was gone when she went to call him inside for dinner at around 5:30 p.m.
The most weird thing is that we've never seen Shannon. And obviously Hallie has done her homework and thinks that she died sometime in September. And the church wasn't that far away, technically, from the property. So other people have said, look, it could be somebody else that maybe Ali's got mixed up with. I'm pretty damn sure it's weird that we've never seen her. We've seen pictures from years ago, but not recently.
The family reported him missing 3 hours later. Shannon was inside the homestead looking after Gus's 1-year-old brother Ronnie when the little boy vanished. It has been reported that Gus's mum Jessica was with Josie looking for lost sheep around 10 k's from the homestead when Gus disappeared.
And that changed. It was first said that they went out to see to the sheep, so you would imagine feed the sheep or make sure they were all right, and now it's searching for lost sheep. So that was another thing that actually changed from the first article that came out.
The whereabouts of Gus's mother, Jessica Murray, and his 1-year-old brother, Ronnie, are currently unknown. Locals say that they haven't seen any sign of them since the tragic day that Gus went missing.
How strange is that? I've said the other day, maybe they've gone to stay with other family members because of the pressure. Or has Josh taken them away somewhere?
2 hours away from the Murray station, Gus's father, Joshua Lamont, has been living in and renovating a home in Belalee North. Since Gus went missing, the house appears to be deserted, with talk of a deepening rift between him and the rest of the Murray family. It's understood Joshua only found out that his child was missing when the police woke him up in his Belalee North home hours after Gus had vanished.
How bizarre is that? So your wife lives technically with her parents. You would have thought they're still together, so their relationship should be all right. And yet, Jess can't ring him to say, look, your son's missing. And it took the police in the early hours of the morning to actually contact him. That's really, really bizarre. Another red flag.
South Australia police say there are no suspicious circumstances surrounding Gus's disappearance and that they believe the boy had wandered off. Daily Mail does not suggest otherwise. Since then, the Murray family have remained largely silent, refusing to speak publicly and staying inside the same property that Gus was last seen. I set out for Oak Park Station to ask the family if they were ready to break their silence. But what I encountered when I arrived at the property shocked me and turned this reporting trip into something far more dangerous than I ever anticipated. You're now about to see what happened when I came face to face with Josie Murray, Gus's transgender grandmother. Pardon?
Who are you?
I'm with the media.
Out! You are trespassing! Get out!
I'm so sorry,
Get out!
So there's obviously, I could hear a voice of, it sounded like a female saying something, you're asked to leave or something like that. So there is someone else in the property.
Are you deaf?
Okay. I was leaving.
Get out!
I was leaving.
Shut your face and get out! We'll have the police!
Wow, very aggressive. I mean, there's two ways to look at it. You've got to look at the 2 points. Maybe she should have shouted first before she entered the premises, because technically you're on private property. Maybe, like I said, she didn't, the Daily Mail, obviously, reporter, didn't really, jonica didn't really expect that response, nor did I, to be honest with you. I think the aggression was bang out of order, and a gun in the hand made it even more sinister.
On you because you've been warned not to come here. Get out!
I haven't been here
Get
before.
out!
I haven't been here before.
What are you deaf? Get out!
Shocked and shaken, my photographer and I fled the property and made our way back to Junta. The following day, I made a police report about what had unfolded at the property. The altercation happened just hours before the police announced that they would resume the search for little Gus for the third.
Also, someone has said, but I'll read the, lots of private messages that have come in as well. It's bizarre because, like I said, someone has said that Josie is online to see what people are saying, and she's not sort of best happy. But it's a strange case. Very, very strange case. Where is Josh? Where's Jess? Where's the 1-year-old? Bizarre.
Time. So I'm here on the road leading up to the Junta property where Gus Lamont went missing just over 30 days ago. Behind me is the search, rescue and police who are arriving for the third search for Gus Lamont. The plan today is to dredge the dam, which is on the property. It's about...
The thing is as well, is that if someone did take Gus, surely someone would have seen a vehicle or heard something, unless, like I said, it was a family member or someone who knew the family quite well, and that vehicle comes in and out of the premises maybe every couple of weeks or a month. Do you know what I mean? That people have just turned a blind eye for it. Oh, it's just a visitor. That they've seen that car before, but it's very, very strange that none of the neighbours have really said something and have kept sort of tight-lipped as well. 4.5
metres deep, and we actually don't know how long this is going to take, but we're going to follow the convoy now up to the homestead and cover this story as it unfolds. Just driving up to the Oak Park property. So this is the homestead where Gus Lamont was last seen. So this is the third search that starts today for Gus Lamont. The previous 2 were called off after no trace of the little boy was found. The convoy of search and rescue, police have already headed up. We're just hanging back a little bit now as we go. It's probably another 45 minutes until we get up to the property. It's a really long dusty, bumpy, rugged terrain out here. The dust from the convoy of the vehicles just fills the whole air. It's impossible to see. So we're just hanging up back a little bit now so that we can just drive up there safely. Obviously, there's a lot of tension in the air today. I can just only imagine how the family will be feeling right now.
If you remember as well, Josie had said that she doesn't really want any help from the outsiders, even though she's liaising with the police, which is bizarre, and that she's a very, very private person. And it took 6 days, for a voter of actually Gus to actually come out, to whom we look at, who are we looking for? Oh, now we've got a photo 6 days later. It's absolutely bizarre.
Whilst certainly don't want to find Gus in the dam, it's possibly the only closure that the family are going to have. So I don't feel like there's any good outcomes from today, but maybe it brings some peace to people, which I feel like this whole community needs, because the mystery of Gus's disappearance is one that the community are never going to recover from, and everybody needs answers. In Friday's search, officers will once again focus their attention on the family's homestead. The property is so remote. It is at the far end of a 40k lonely, deserted road. It is quite literally in the middle of nowhere. This is a story of a missing child and a family on edge. We're going to be here for the rest of the weekend and as long as the search is in place, and we will be keeping you updated.
How odd her, basically, his reaction, the grandmother, should I say the transgender grandmother, Josie. Something very, very odd and sinister in this case, which I just can't put my finger on. Very, very worrying, that reaction. Obviously, it makes you wonder at the end of the day what will happen if basically the police do find something else. And like I said, he's got guns on the property. Very, very bizarre. I mean, yeah, I understand. Basically, she probably should have shouted before walking in. Is anybody home? But like I said, it looked like that she was already sort of in the sort of yard bit, But like I said, in response, Josie all should have said, "Look, I'm liaising with the police calmly. Can you please leave?" Instead of coming out with a gun in threatening. So sounds like to me that Josie seems to be under a little bit of pressure. Really does. Let me know what you think, people. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and Investigations. Thank you very much for all your support, people. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free. Thank you.